In a world of challenges and uncertainties, hope shines as a beacon, guiding us through the dark times and showing us the way to brighter days ahead. But what exactly is hope? Where does it come from? And how does it shape our lives? I'm Annie Bennett, and I'd love you to join me on this journey as I explore the meaning of hope. I'll delve into philosophical perspectives, personal stories, and scientific insights to understand the power of this elusive emotion. So whether you're seeking inspiration, comfort, or simply a deeper understanding of the human spirit, let's embark on this exploration together and discover the extraordinary power of hope. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Chronicles of Hope podcast with me, Annie Bennett. Oh, now I have a very interesting guest today with an amazing story. She is a leadership coach and public speaker, and I would love to welcome to our podcast the lovely Caroline Burt. Hello, Caroline.
Hi, Annie. It's nice to actually meet you face to face.
I know. We did have a first attempt, didn't we, last week? And the tech let us down. So we're glad to be.
It's great when it works, but not so good when it's all over the place.
That's right, but it's working. It's working today, and I'm really pleased about it. So, what we'd like to know really is your story. I know you've got an amazing story. Please do tell us what's happened.
So it all started back in February of 2022. I started to sort of not be able to walk and stand properly at first. So I've worked quite a lot for a few weeks, and I just thought that maybe I'd just overdone it a little bit. So I thought, I just need to rest. So at the time, my job, I was on my feet all the time. So I just thought, obviously, maybe I've overdone it. But no, it just kept getting worse. Like my left knee would give out, and I would find myself having to hold myself up on like countertops and stuff like that when I was walking around. So obviously, I thought maybe it might be something I had when I was younger. So when I was about 14, I think, maybe 13, I'm not sure, I grew a foot in the space of a month. So it caused so obviously, like, my body was growing at a completely different rate to the bones in my legs, because most of that foot was in my legs that I grew. And basically my knees weren't set in the joint properly. So I had to be on crutches and everything. So I thought that maybe it was something, relating to that. And I was like, that's okay, because, I got through that, so it's fine. I did some exercises and stuff from physio, and after a year of being on crutches, I was okay again. So I thought, well, if it's like that, I've been there, done that, it's all good. It just kept getting worse and worse, and I found myself out of work. Not out of work at first. At first, I started to work from home. And I wasn't able to drive for a bit because I lost use of my legs completely. So I couldn't drive. So therefore, I had to stay at home. So I did some stuff from home. And then that was probably end of March time of 2022. And then it didn't ever really get any better. It all came to a bit of a head on the 2nd of May of that same year. I remember the date. And I found myself, I was sitting on the sofa in the front room with my husband, and I had lost feeling in the lower part of all of my limbs. So from the fingertips to my elbows, tips of my toes, all the way to my knees, I couldn't feel anything at all. And yeah, that was quite a scary moment because all the other stuff that was leading up to it, I mean, I had tremors and everything as well, which obviously wasn't normal. But as soon as I lost the feeling, the doctors have to see me now.
Yeah.
I was like, they have to do something, surely.
Yeah.
So straight away I pulled them up and I've lost feeling now. I can't feel anything in my limb. I said, so can I come in to see you?
Yeah.
And yeah, I went in and they sent me to hospital to have further tests. And I ended up staying in hospital for about 4 or 5 days, having constant MRI scans, blood tests taken, all other random tests, just countless testing.
Yeah.
And whilst there, I definitely had some very negative thoughts going through my mind because I had no idea what was wrong. They couldn't tell me either.
Yeah.
And I don't think it helped with the wards that I was put on either. I was put on a ward for some people that had some severe mental health problems, and a couple of the people were actually terminally ill that basically going to die.
Yeah.
So being put on that ward didn't really fill me with much hope or positivity at the time. And normally I'm like the most positive person in the world.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm normally the one that's you know, bringing others up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just really struggled during that week. I think the only times I felt positive was when my husband and my sister came to see me, and others would call me just to make give me something else to talk about, think about that wasn't what was going on at the hospital.
Yeah. So hope was low at that point then.
Yeah, absolutely, completely. Like because I was still waiting for the test results and everything. I had no idea. I kept thinking to myself, is this it? Am I just going to be staying in this hospital now?
Yeah.
Am I just going to be on this ward and I'm actually going to get to leave? Yeah, just not a great time at all. And then on the Friday, 6th of May, my husband's birthday, I was still in hospital. And I got told by one of the nurses when they were coming round to do the checks, to see what we want to eat for the day and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's never that exciting, the food, but
take what you can, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they said, oh, it looks like you might be getting discharged today. I was like, what? I was like, I haven't even had my results yet. I don't know. You can't just send me away. I was like, what's going on? I was like, but in a way, I was like, well, that must mean that things are okay.
Yeah. I
was like, well, so there was like that glimmer of hope was coming back.
Yeah.
When the nurses said that they thought I was being discharged, I was like, okay. And then it was just a waiting game for the doctors to come round. And that day felt like it was an eternity.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, the first doctor that came, it felt like it was hours and hours later, but it was probably only about half an hour.
Yeah. Oh no, I get that. Yeah, completely. Yeah.
But so she said to me that all the tests that she'd done had all come back clear, normal. There was nothing wrong. There was nothing else that she could do because there was nothing showing up on the test. But the other consultant would be with me in a little while to go through the other tests. I was like, well, that's good. So they're showing up normal. Brilliant. Okay. It's like we're gonna, hold on to this. This is all good. When the other consultant came back, he said that my scans showed some slight abnormalities, but nothing that is showing anything significant for them to worry about. And I was like, but I'm still the same at this point. Still not able to walk, still not able to feel anything. I'm still having the tremors. And I'm like, so what does that mean exactly? And he basically told me that I had functional neurological disorder, or FND, which I had no idea what that was. I think most people wouldn't either, to be honest. It it essentially means that the messaging between your brain and the nerves to certain parts of your body aren't really they're not communicating properly, essentially. So he basically said, he gave me a bit of paper that said a website on it. Here you are. You go onto this website, it'll give you all the information you need, but you should be fine and back to normal within like 8 weeks maximum. He said, no more than 8 weeks, you'll be back to normal. So we'll discharge you today. I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, that's good to know. So I was still in a state of shock, you know, because I was like, well, I'm still have all these symptoms, but you know, let's trust the doctor.
Yeah.
Like, you know, 8 weeks, okay. I can deal with 8 weeks of this. You know, that's absolutely fine. So I called my husband and told him, and he was really excited. He was like, this is the best birthday present ever. Because obviously we just didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that in a way, part of that hope came back when he said 8 weeks. So I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, I can see sort of like an end, I suppose.
Yeah, something to aim for, isn't it? Yeah.
But I mean, I still went and had a look into what FND was and what could possibly be in the cause and that sort of thing. But most people that have FND would have gone through some sort of trauma beforehand that would have essentially created this blip in your sort of like nervous system. Whereas I hadn't at the time, so I couldn't really figure out why I suddenly I had all the symptoms that he was showing for it, but I was just like, still just doesn't seem right. I was like, because I was like, I've had no trauma. I was like, yeah, I've probably been extra stressed at work. I didn't work, you know, quite a bit, so I was like, maybe that's part of it. Yeah, I still wasn't convinced at the beginning that that was actually an accurate diagnosis because my symptoms were so close to other things as well.
Okay.
But I was like, no, let's trust the doctors, you know.
Yeah.
But long and short of it, it didn't go away in 8 weeks at all.
Oh.
I still have no fear in my limbs. So I think that my hope was slowly disappearing over the course of especially when I've been seeing psychologists over the whole time. So my first appointment with him was in June of 2022. He referred me to physios and everything like that. But I didn't actually get to see a physio until January, of this year.
Oh,
so in June of 2022, all the way to January 2025, for me to get to see a physio.
Oh, my
because I needed to see a neurophysio, not just a standard one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there aren't also many specialists out there that know of and treat FND.
Right.
It's still widely unknown.
Yeah.
And for those that, there are also some doctors that don't believe it's a real condition as well.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people think that it's psychological when you're making it all up and everything. And I can just say that that's really not true.
Well, I mean, not being able to feel your limbs, you're not making that up, sure.
No. I mean, I lost my vision as well throughout the time. Not completely.
Oh, goodness.
But the first time it happened was really scary. Because it wasn't a case where, you know, when you feel like you're going to faint, you get all like blurry and all the spots in front of your eyes and that. It wasn't anything like that. It was literally 1 second I could see, next second black, like nothing. Luckily, I was sat down at this point. But I was freaking out a little bit. I'm not gonna. Because I was like, well, is this the next thing that I've got to cope with now? Like I've lost my sight. But it came back. Probably after about 30 seconds or something. But again, that 30 seconds definitely didn't feel like 30 seconds at the time.
No, I can imagine.
And that would happen constantly. It would just come and go whenever it wanted. And it would last anywhere from about 5 seconds all the way to about 2 minutes. And every time it would happen, I would wonder, is this the time that it doesn't come back?
Yeah. Oh, that must
You
have
know,
been so scary. Really.
yes, because I never knew when it was going to happen
Yeah.
either. Because I was like, if I could pinpoint what I'd done beforehand,
Yeah. The triggers for it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I really need. I was like, if I could figure out those triggers, then maybe I could prevent it from happening.
Hmm.
But there was never any sort of rhyme or reason for
Yeah.
it, so it would just happen whenever it wanted to. And yeah, like since then, I've not been able to tell the color red at all. It's like it's just gone like completely. Mine just can't conjure up red anymore.
What do you see instead then? What is it, just like grey or?
So it's almost like burnt orange, I suppose.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can tell that it's not orange.
Yeah.
When they're put together, I can see that there's a difference. But to me, it just looks like it's a darker version of orange. It doesn't look like it's a completely different color.
Hmm.
Which I've never had. That's never been. I've never had any like color blindness or anything, and that's still the case now. I was trying to stay as positive as possible.
Yeah.
My husband was working full time, but also my full time carer as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our relationship dynamic completely changed.
I can imagine
I
it. Yeah.
I'm quite an independent person, so having someone do everything for me isn't really something I can cope well with.
I get it. And were you working before? So, or were you self-employed?
So before I was working
Oh,
for someone else, and to be honest, I think that actually the whole experience that I had over the last few years has actually pushed me to finally move in to do work for myself now. So
yeah.
it's something I've always wanted to do,
Yeah.
but I've just put it off and put it off.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like now I have that sort of like second chance
Yeah.
in a way
Yeah.
to do what I want to do and to follow my dreams rather than someone else's and building theirs. I've spent like 20 plus years doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and where have I really got with that? I haven't got any further with my dreams.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now it's all about, seeing if I can make that work.
Yeah. These things
So,
are wake-up calls, aren't they? I mean, my diagnosis last year, absolute wake-up call.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
get one chance at this. Why, why do something you really don't want to do? You might as well spend your life doing something you love.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, I've always said that to people as well. Always said that to people I employed was, if you're not happy at work, then you need to change your job.
Yeah.
Because you're at work more than you're at home.
Yeah.
But I obviously I had a lot of time on my hands because I wasn't able to get up or move around on my own
Yeah.
over the last few years, and a lot of time to think about what I probably would have done differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had I listened to my own advice that I was giving to other people,
Yeah. Well, I've done that before. Yeah. Listen to yourself. Yeah.
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 Like, look, I'm giving this great advice out, but maybe I should actually be listening to it as well. Get on board my maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. But I think that the first time I felt hope, like real hope again,
Yeah.
was the 27th of September 2024 last year at 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke my husband up. We were staying with my brother in Bristol. We'd gone there for the weekend, and I had to wake him up because I thought I was hallucinating.
Yeah.
Because for the first time since May of 2022, I could see my toes wiggling. First time, and I was like, "Am I dreaming?" I was like, "Am I just conjuring this up in my mind?" And so I had to wake him up to make sure. So I went, and he was like, what is it? What's wrong? Are you okay? Is everything all right? Because obviously, he's expecting something awful to be happening. And I was like, I need you to turn on the light and tell me if you can see my toes wiggling or if it's just me. And he got really excited. He jumped out of bed, ran, turned the light on. And yeah, my toes were actually wiggling.
So it had been a year and a half of not having any feeling in your limbs. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, even now, I don't have the feeling there.
Mm.
at all. But I could see my toes wiggling, but I couldn't feel them wiggling. So
Oh,
it's a very strange thing
yeah.
to witness,
Yeah.
especially when it's yourself. That's why I needed him to
Yeah.
sort of
Seems to
confirm it.
verify it. Yeah. Yeah.
And straight away from then, I was like, my toes are wiggling. I was like, that's amazing. So I may not be able to feel, but that doesn't matter. We'll come to that later. The fact that I can wiggle my toes, it was just, I don't know, it was almost like, it felt like a miracle almost,
Yeah.
you know, after so long of not being able for them to move independently. It was, yeah. My husband started crying as well. We had a little like sobbing session together
Oh,
at
yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, and when I told my brother as well, I told him and I showed him. He was really excited. He was jumping around.
Oh,
So
lovely.
yeah, I mean, and seeing that happen gave me my determination back, I suppose. I haven't lost it completely, but I think that just little spark of hope just sort of made me think, right,
Yeah.
you know what? I just need to, like, if the doctors and physios aren't coming to me, I need to do something for myself, you
Yeah.
know? So I tried all different sorts of exercises, just to try and be able to get moving again.
Yeah.
It helped a little bit. I was able to start getting around the flat on my crutches. Yeah, I mean that in itself was good, to be
Yeah.
honest. The fact that I could get around on my own in the flat with my crutches and not rely on my husband to be there in case I had a fall or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean that was a big thing. And then once I actually got the physio in January,
Yeah.
everything's just kind of snowballed since then. So I don't have my crutches anymore. I was also wearing a brace on my left knee because that was the one that kept giving out. And I've now seen the last month now, so I haven't had my brace on either. It's just been amazing. I still don't have the feeling there. So when I'm walking around, it's really strange. I have to constantly look down at where I'm putting my feet, especially outside,
Yeah. Of
because
course.
when the surface is so uneven, I never know whether I'm going to go into like a dip or
Yeah.
whatever. So I can't feel where I'm putting my feet. So
Yeah.
I had to just check that I'm actually not going to fall over.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my physio gave me a gym referral as well. So I've been going to the gym to help strengthen my
Yeah.
legs and everything. And I've seeing a hand therapist as well because maybe I'll see it soon. So this is my
Oh,
left hand,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and my right hand doesn't straighten.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice nails.
So thanks. So actually, the fact that I can actually do my nails is actually amazing. Because I used to have to make my sister to do them. She would come and see me every couple of weeks to sort of, do my hair and nails.
Yeah.
But
That's important, isn't it? I mean, that
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of,
it
yeah.
made me feel good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so before the hand therapist, this hand was basically clenched into a fist
Right.
like all the time. So I mean, I've done a lot of like work myself, and I probably got it to about here.
Yeah.
And now I've got a splint that I wear in the evening to help sort of like straighten it, I suppose, or just
Yeah.
stop it from curling at night. So I find that when I'm relaxed, that's when it starts to curl.
Okay.
So obviously at night time, when I wake up in the morning, it's like this.
Yeah.
So if I don't have the splint on, so now that I've got that, my hand's actually straightened out by about 20 degrees.
Yeah.
From one appointment to the next, only 4 or 5 weeks apart. Yeah, straightened by about 20 degrees. So we're trying to obviously get them back
Yeah.
to being strong.
Absolutely.
But
That
yes,
was.
I'm right-handed as well. So
Uh,
that's really,
mm, mm,
really handy.
yeah.
To not have use of it. But
Yeah.
so I mean, obviously I'd love to have full use of it again. But I mean, I've got use of my forefinger and my thumb.
Yeah.
But again, because I don't have the feeling, I
Yeah.
don't know if I've got grip on anything that I'm holding. So I've had to kind of relearn how to do everything. So at first when I was holding things, I would have to have a bit of like styrofoam around like bits of cutlery and pens and things.
Yeah.
Just where I was like retraining myself on like how to hold everything again. And now I don't use the big grips. I have slightly wider cutlery than most people will have, but it's not noticeable. My ultimate goal is to be able to run outside again, because I've always been a runner.
Ah.
So I'm like if I'm able to run outside, that will just be
Fantastic.
just absolutely amazing. I said the day I'm able to run outside again will be the day that I look into what marathons are happening the following year.
Wow.
So I've always wanted to run a marathon, and I've just put it off and put it off. So I was like, not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take anything for granted anymore. You know, little things, just being able to get up and get outside on your own. Being able to drive myself around now. There are no words to explain it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that all the things that most people would do naturally, I used to do naturally a few years ago.
Yeah.
I've had to relearn everything.
So what, I mean, you've just said sort of, my aim is to run that marathon. What other goals have you got? What other hopes have you got? You know, what are you determined to achieve and to aim for?
So myself and my husband want to have our own animal sanctuary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we want to have our own little sort of bungalow cottage on a massive bit of land and help as many animals as possible.
Oh, fantastic.
All the animals that have been neglected or malnourished, mistreated, get them all and give them the best home that they deserve to have, basically.
How fantastic. Gosh, we're coming to the end now. Gosh, our time is nearly up. An amazing story. And I'm so glad that you're obviously really determined, and you're coming through it, and you're getting better and better as as it goes along. I wonder, I ask all my guests what if they have a message of hope for my listeners, and I'm sure you have one too. What's your message of hope?
Let it just guide you, because it's always going to guide you on the right path to whatever it is that you're truly meant to do and what you are really meant for.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for chatting with me today, Caroline. It's been absolutely amazing hearing your story, and I just wish you all the best for the future, and do keep us posted in how you're getting on. So thank you very much.
I've got that marathon booked in.
Oh, definitely, yes. Excellent.
Posting my training all up there.
Absolutely. But Caroline, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Thank you for listening to the Chronicles of Hope podcast with me, Annie Bennett. I hope you found inspiration, comfort, or perhaps even a newfound perspective around the meaning of hope. To find out more about the aims of the Chronicles of Hope organisation, please visit thechroniclesofhope.org, where you will find links to our social media accounts and where you will be able to make a much needed and appreciated donation. Thank you.